When I was young, there was a man who lived behind our house. Everyone just called him the quiet one. No kids, no visitors, never left the house except late at night. My parents told me to stay off the back fence and never talk to him. So of course, that made me curious. Every few nights I'd hear him pacing his yard, heavy boots on gravel. Sometimes he'd stop right at our fence and just stand there. I could feel it even from my bedroom window, like he was staring straight at our house. One summer night, I heard a crash in his yard, metal hitting concrete. I peeked through the slats and saw him, digging, fast, desperate, tossing dirt like he was racing a clock. Then he carried something wrapped in a tarp and dropped it into the hole. I remember the moonlight hitting his face. He was smiling. I never told anyone. I was 8. I didn't even know what I'd really seen. Years passed. I grew up, moved out, forgot about the fence, forgot about the man, until one day I saw his house on the news. Police had finally gotten a tip. Cadaver dogs, search teams, yellow tape across the entire block. They dug up his backyard and pulled out 3 bodies, all missing persons cases from different towns, people who vanished and were never found. Until then, they interviewed neighbors, old school friends. Then they knocked on my parents' door, and they asked if anyone ever saw him digging at night. My parents said no. I sat there silent, stomach twisting, heart racing. The detective looked right at me and said, "You sure?" That's when I realized something worse. The tarp I saw that night wasn't one of the bodies they found. Months later, another grave was discovered the streets over. Same tarp, same method, same soil layered the same way. The police said it had been buried years earlier, right around the time I was 8. That night, I finally told my parents everything. The next morning, I was questioned for hours. Dates, weather, the sound of the shovel, the smell of the dirt, every detail I'd tried to forget. They reopened timelines, rechecked evidence, and then something terrifying came out in court. The man behind our fence had been using our yard as a visual cover. If anyone ever saw him digging, he planned to say he was fixing our shared property line. He had counted on children being ignored, on me being ignored. He died in prison before he ever confessed to that 4th burial. The case is officially unsolved, but I know exactly where that grave is, and I drive past that house sometimes, just to make sure the grass still grows. Different there, because every time I hear gravel crunch in the dark now, I still smell fresh dirt.